Suggestion and analysis for every single game in the last round of the Premier League season. And to those who don't remember, last season we went 10 for 10 in the last game round, so let's try to make it a tradition. Bournemouth this season, 16 out of 18 home games have seen less than 4 goals, and Leicester last 15 out of 20 Premier League games have seen less than 4 goals. The first meeting saw just 1 goal, so I'm going for under 3.5 goals. Fulham 14 out of 18 home games this season have seen at least 3 yellow cards, and Man City 13 out of 18 away games have seen at least 3 yellow cards. The first meeting saw 3 yellow cards as well, so I'm going for over 2.5 yellow cards. But before we continue, I would like to quickly give a shout out to this new website called BetSing, which utilizes AI to give you guys in-depth analysis for all the biggest sports games in the world. The team is constantly improving it, so definitely add it to your bag of tools. Since Potter took over at West Ham, 8 out of 9 of their away games have seen less than 4 goals, and Ipswich 12 out of 18 home games this season have seen less than 4 goals. Both of these teams have been very bad offensively this season, so I'm going for under 3.5 goals. Since clinching the title, Liverpool all 3 games have seen at least 28 shots between both teams combined, and Crystal Palace this season 10 out of 18 away games have seen at least 26 shots. This game doesn't really matter for both teams, so I expect them to play relaxed and offensive-minded football, so I'm going for over 25.5 shots, but both teams to score is a decent option as well. While it's unclear what kind of lineup Man United is going to put out for this game, this is a super important game for Aston Villa, and Aston Villa this season 13 out of 18 away games have seen at least 3 goals. I expect Aston Villa to push heavily on the attack, but Man United is playing at home, so I expect them to push back on the attack heavily as well, and I expect to see some goals in this game, so I'm going for over 2.5 goals. Alexander Isak is questionable for this game, and Newcastle this season 12 out of 18 home games have seen less than 4 goals, and Newcastle's last 3 games in a row have seen less than 3 goals. Everton is the team whose games see the least goals in the Premier League, and since Moyes took over at Everton, 7 out of 8 of their away games have seen less than 4 goals. The first meeting this season between these two saw no goals at all, so I'm going for under 3.5 goals. Nottingham has been in very bad form lately, as they have not won in their last 4 home games in a row, losing 3 of those home games, and only 1 of those home games was against a team that is higher than them in the standings. Chelsea, on the other hand, has been playing very solid football, and they have been great defensively lately, letting in just 10 goals in their last 15 games, so I cannot see them losing this game, and I'm going for draw no bet Chelsea. Arsenal has won in every single meeting this season against the relegation zone teams, with only 1 of those games not seeing them win by 2 or more goals. Southampton is the worst team in the league, and they have conceded the most goals in the league, and Southampton has lost 14 out of 18 home games this season, so I'm going for Arsenal to win plus over 1.5 goals. Tottenham is most definitely not going to be in great shape for this game with the Europa League final and the parties that came after it, but they are playing at home, and I don't expect an easy game here for Brighton. It would be a very bad idea for Tottenham to engage in a fast-paced game with Brighton here, and Tottenham this season 14 out of 18 home games have seen less than 5 goals, while Brighton 15 out of 18 away games have seen less than 5 goals. I don't expect too much of a high-scoring game here, so I'm going for under 4.5 goals. But before I tell you guys about this one, the best tips I have and the ones that I bet on myself are all going on my Telegram, so join if you haven't. But since Vitor Pereira took over at Wolves, 9 of their 10 home games have seen less than 4 goals, and Brentford this season 14 out of 18 away games have seen less than 4 goals, so at 1.85 the best option for this game is definitely under 3.5 goals. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and good luck.